Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. You might be looking at this title and going, wow, what happened to this guy? This is the best morning ever. Why? What happened today? Why is this the best morning ever? Well, I don't have anything really exciting to tell you. It's the best morning ever because it's now. It's at this moment. And if you really think about it, that's the only thing that we can be sure of that exists. So we have to live in the now. You know, we're always dwelling on the past, we're always looking to the future. I was out for a walk this morning and took my iPad with me and was doing a little reading some Thich Nhat Hanh. And he's talking, The Miracle of Mindfulness is the book if you're interested. And he tells this story, actually it's a story by Tolstoy about the emperor. I won't go into that because I'm going to try to keep this video short, so I'll just try to convey the message of it. Basically, the emperor has three questions. What is the best time to do each thing? Who are the most important people to work with? What is the most important thing to do at all times? Well, to make a long story short, the emperor decided he heard about this guru at the top of a mountain that was a wise man, so he decided to go to the top of this mountain and see if he could find the answer from this guy after other sources had not been able to tell him this. Okay, so the emperor, the beggar, the guy at the top of the mountain, he doesn't like rich people, so the emperor disguises himself and goes there. So he gets up there and he asks the old man, and the guy basically puts him to work, or he starts helping there. The holy man is digging a garden in front of his hut when the emperor arrives. He sees he's an old man and he sees he's struggling to do this. And he asks the guy the three questions. The hermit doesn't say anything much, and then the emperor says, "You must be tired. Here, let me give you a hand with that." The hermit thanked him, handed the emperor the spade, and then sat down on the ground to rest. So he keeps doing this for a while, Then they see a guy run up from the woods, and he's got, he's obviously bleeding. Well, he comes up to him, and the emperor and the holy man, they dress his wound, they get him, stop the bleeding, they take care of him, and they put him in the holy man's hut and give him water. Okay, he finds out too, here's another little twist of the story, I'm just trying to, like I say, hit the key points. When the man that was wounded wakes up, he confesses to the emperor that he was actually on the way to kill the emperor because he knew he was going to seek the advice of the holy man. And that basically the emperor's attendants who were waiting at the bottom of the mountain had gotten to him and had almost killed him. And the emperor was overjoyed to see that he was so easily reconciled with a former enemy. The man, swore his allegiance to him, and in return the emperor said he was going to return the property that the man had lost, and all was well between the two of them. Okay, so after all this happens, he asked the hermit, he says, found the hermit stood up and looked at the emperor. The emperor says, "Well, you haven't asked my questions," and the hermit says, "But your questions have already been answered." And he says, "How's that?" "Yesterday, if you had not taken pity on my age and given me a hand with digging these beds, you would have been attacked by that man on your way home. Then you would have deeply regretted not staying with me. Therefore, the most important time was the time you were digging in the beds. The most important person was myself, and the most important pursuit was to help me. Later, when the wounded man ran up here, the most important time was the time you spent dressing his wound, for if you had not cared for him, he would have died and you would have lost the chance to be reconciled with him. Likewise, he was the most important person, and the most important pursuit was taking care of his wound." Now he sums this up nicely. He says, "Remember that there is only one important time, and that is now. The present moment is the only time over which we have dominion. The most important person is always the person you are with, who is right before you, for who knows if you will have dealings with any other person in the future. The most important pursuit is making the person standing at your side happy, for that alone is the pursuit of life." Now I'll throw in just a little something to me that just popped in my head while I'm doing that. Stop! You're around people. I see this all the time. People out at lunch or something, and there's 4 of them sitting there, and they're not interacting and enjoying each other. They're playing on these little gadgets with their thumbs. The thumb zombies is what I call them. Wake up. be around these people. Now I'm by myself this morning, so how is this applicable to me? Well, I went out a little while ago, and full disclosure, I still have coffee about 3 times a week. I generally have about 3 cups a week. So I went for a coffee and I was reading this, and I just made it my point, to be as nice and smiling and just real with the lady that was waiting on me there. And she gives me a big smile when I do show up there, and I try to do likewise. And I don't like superficial smiles. I don't like that fake waitress smile. She's got a genuine smile, and I like to give her a genuine smile in return. Then after doing some reading, I'm feeling so good, I decided to go to my little local place where I shot the video the other day, and I got me a coconut and a bag of 20 bananas. I've gone through about 5 of these bananas so far, just sitting here drinking my coconut water. And when I was there, I really had even some more mindfulness after reading this. That's why it's good to read stuff like this. I mean, keep, the spiritual reading, the inspirational reading, the philosophical reading, whatever you want to call it, it reminds us of things. I try to keep mindfulness in my head, but, when I read something like this, it really hits home and it really delivered a message to me. So, even when I go to buy my bananas and my coconut, and I know the young lady there, and she's always very nice to me, and I always try to, sincerely interact and just show her some love, show her a genuine smile, show her some, just show her, some human contact. Some real human contact with no agenda, no wanting anything, just the most pure form of contact. But anyway, yeah, just little things like that can tend to make my day and have profound impacts on me. Not a whole lot of message to that other than that last part that I said. Now is always the most important time. There is no tomorrow. I don't give a shit what you're going to do, pardon my language, this coming weekend. I don't care what you're going to do for 4th of July. I don't care about your kid's birthday coming up. Now is all we have. The people that are around you, even in your office, try to interact, try to realize that you are in the now. These are people, these are other inhabitants that we're all going through this little journey on life. And make these people important. Get to know them. Even if they're bad, even people that you don't get along with have something to show us, have something to teach us. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Just a little bit of rambling as I'm jacked up on banana sugar and coconut water this morning. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day. See ya.